Hey guys, it's Gladys, and today I work with me. We got another feasibility study. So I really like feasibility studies because it's like a chance to really learn and study a little bit. Because I'm like going through each and every part that could go wrong in a project. And I'm a type of the pessimistic friend that likes telling you what can go wrong. So that's why I like feasibility studies so much. But this project in particular is connected to a cold call or a potential call that we had with a potential client previously that was recorded during a work 3 session, and it is at 12101 Windbrook Drive. So let's engineer something. So first of all, we're starting off by just going to PGAtlas. Here we just like I basically clicked everything. And PGAtlas, low-key is pretty dope. With PGAtlas, you can click all the it's loading right now. Pick a lot of different categories, let it load, and then you'll see everything populate on this side where you can just then explore easily gain information that's required. It's not like other counties, they ask you for its information and then you have to go search and find it. I basically used a template from a previous project, and just because I want to put all the same information in, I make sure that I go through and read, and then I'm basically copying not copying, but replacing all the information with Windbrook as I review the site. I spent about 2 hours on this project just going through and reviewing the site meticulously and making sure that I got as much information to the client as I could, civil-wise. Can you see here how far this manhole is from the intersection? So bringing that along, that doesn't seem like the easiest pathway. You got to bring this all the way down all the way down here, turn, and then have a manhole at that intersection in front of the house to service us. Let's skip around so I can show you guys. Here I'm just copying again, just like I did previous feasibility study. I'm copying the utility lines from the GIS onto this survey, just so I could easily measure everything and provide a little bit more accurate information. It's not going to be 100% accurate. For us to have 100% accurate, we need to get it surveyed. The feasibility study is just a documentation of what you could possibly do. To fully know, we'd have to really have a survey, and so that we could really dig into the weeds of the plan. Let's skip around. Here I'm really trying to figure out if there's any, like I said, I just ended up using common sense. If this was saying size of this, I actually wanted to see the size of the sanitary line. So we did have to do an easement, we'd have to just tap off of here, this main here, and go through this person's property. I'm gonna go through this person's property, or we could do a main here, so that was his property, and go through here. That's still a lot of line work. Here I'm offsetting it. I initially offset it by 30 feet. We'll come to see later on that because this is a developing area, or the general tier is developing, it actually needs to be offset by 75 feet. Here, it was, like I said, I like doing this because I like to read different codes and requirements. It's like how you would organize them. Okay, so here, again, we just have the general information, our general intake information right here. Same thing, we start off by basically telling the story, telling the audience or the reader that here's what we're doing, and this is the goal of the project. Here's some general information about the zone RR, the size of the entire lot, not excluding anything that's not buildable. So this is general information about the lot. This was cumbersome, but water lines, we saw that there was a water line right in front of the property. There's a gas line that we also identified while I was looking through the street view, also as well as electric, because we see red lines on a road, that's electric. When you see yellow lines, yellow dots, that's gas, and blue is water. but we did not notice any greens, and we already know that from looking at the GIS mapping from WSSC that there's no sanitary in front of the house. So there's 3 methods that we can use to forgo or to move forward with sewer. First, we can do an extension, main extension. So if we do a main extension, the most available one would be the one from Bork. That's the closest one that we have to us, and the invert makes the most sense to connect to that one. The total length would be about 260 feet. So if that's 260 feet, let's put it on the calculator. And I was told it's to say $500 per linear foot. I think it's $100. It's conservative to say $500 per linear foot. Around $500 because there's also public space fees. It would be about $130,000 for this main extension. And as she described it, it's a project for a farm. So that's one option. A second one would be sewer easement, where we go through the property on the national showing, where we're going through the property on pick a stop way, and we connect from there, but we have to have a agreement with that neighbor. And the third option is a drainage field. This seems like the best option really for this client, but we have to test the soils to see the most ideal location. And because obviously with all the streams around this lot, this is a wet season property. It's a wet property. So it needs to be tested at the ideal time. I think right now it's not, but it still can be tested right now. And it must be located within the buildable area. It cannot be like near a stream. Obviously, it's gonna be we don't want the sewage water in our stream water. And the perk test would we need to deal with the perk test to know the exact length and depth of requirements. So it can be that she has less farmland as a result of having to have the drain built, because we have the drain, we can't build any farms on top of that. For a 200 square foot home, she would need at least to dedicate 1,500 square feet for a drain field for primary and secondary. So you need 2 drain fields in case one backs up, so it can go to the second one. Environmental portion. This is where environmental portion probably may require an NRI. However, there is a previously approved TCP2, which means that there was a previously done NRI. What we can do is try to get that other one reapproved, or we can supply for a equivalency letter. Because we are disturbing less than 10, we will most likely be disturbing less than 10,000 square feet of woodland, or removing less than 10,000 square feet of woodland, because this project doesn't have that much trees on it, or we can avoid them as much as we can. We can just get away with doing an equivalency letter and the woodland conservation exemption. If your disturbance is over 5,000 square feet, however, we will have to do stormwater management regardless. And this includes the house and the driveway. So if the house is 1,200 square feet, then we have, let's pull out the calculator. It's 5,000 square feet, 1,250. So then we have 3,750 square feet to play with. That includes areas that you're just using for staging. Staging, it means that you're just putting construction material there, or putting the trucks there, so that while you're doing construction, that counts as well. And if the inspector catches that on the back end, then that will make you have to do some more management on the back end. Landscape requirements. We have to have some trees within the frontage of the lot for coverage. Privacy, let's call something else. Here are some of the offset requirements for this building. I'm also listing there for single families, and also the area pink is buildable, and it's about 21,000 square feet. A little bit of my area that they can build on this site. And showing it as a developing tier. So that's why we're offsetting by 75. Saying developing, just be conservative. You may find out that it's just developed, but I'm most likely from looking at the PGAtlas that is developing. Hey, so we got through another video. Remember, feasibility studies are something that we do offer for free. So come back later, engineer something with us. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys soon. Bye.